Russian hackers piggybacked on the Islamic Republic of Iran's cyber-espionage operation to attack government and industry organizations in dozens of countries while masquerading as attackers from the Islamic Republic of Iran, British and United States officials said on October 21, 2019. The Russian group, known as Turla and accused by Estonian and Czech authorities of operating on behalf of Russia's FSB security service, has used Iranian tools and computer infrastructure to successfully hack into organizations in at least 20 different countries over the last 18 months. British security officials continued. Iran's regime is known as one of the top cyber-terrorist governments in the world. Cyber warfare is a part of Iran's soft war military strategy. Being wager of cyber warfare, Iran is considered an emerging military power in the field. In Iran, 3 military organizations play leading roles in cyber operations: the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, the Basij, and Iran's Passive Defense Organization. The RRGC is the perpetrator behind a series of incidents aimed at American targets, critical Israeli infrastructure, Saudi Arabia, and the other Persian Gulf states. The Basij, a civilian paramilitary organization controlled by the IGRC, manages what Basij leaders say are 120,000 cyber war volunteers. The number is probably exaggerated, but the Basij uses its connections with the universities and religious schools to recruit a proxy hacker force. The NPDO is responsible for infrastructure protection. To ensure coordination between cyber offense and defense, Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei created a Supreme Council of Cyberspace composed of senior military and intelligence officials. According to a 2014 report by Israel's Institute for National Security Studies, Iran is one of the most active players in the international cyber arena. The Israeli military faces thousands of cyber attacks a day, and many are orchestrated by Iran, whose hacking capabilities are improving, said Major General Nadav Padan, who heads the military's command, control, computer, communications and intelligence plus cyber division. They are not state-of-the-art, they are not the strongest superpower in the cyber dimension, but they are getting better and better, Padan continued. Western analysts have accused the Iranian government of its cyber attacks against the United States, Israel and Arab countries, including a specific allegations of 2012's involvement in hacking into American banks. The conflict between Iran and the United States has been called history's first known cyber war by Michael Joseph Gross mid-2013. In August 2014, an IDF official announced that Iran had launched numerous significant attacks against Israel's internet infrastructure. Again, on March 31, 2015, the Iranian cyber army pushed a massive power outage for 12 hours in 44 of 81 provinces of Turkey, holding 40 million people. Istanbul and Ankara were among the places suffering blackouts. In June 2017, the Daily Telegraph reported that intelligence officials concluded that Iran was responsible for a cyber attack on the British Parliament lasting 12 hours that compromised around 90 email accounts of MPs. The motive for the attack is unknown, but experts suggested that the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps could be using cyberware to undermine the Iran nuclear deal. Bahrain is one of the neighboring states to fall victim to cyber attacks in the Middle East. In late 2019, the authorities in Bahrain disclosed that both government departments and critical infrastructure sites were under cyber attacks, probably by hackers linked to Iran. Iran's latest cyber attacks in the recent months are included in the following acts. Hackers linked to Iran's regime target World Health Organization staff emails during coronavirus. According to the news released in April, hackers working in favor of Iran's authorities have attempted to break into the personal email accounts of staff at the World Health Organization during the COVID-19 outbreak. Islamic Republic of Iran linked hackers targeted coronavirus drug maker Gilead, sources reported in May. The hackers targeted staff at the United States drug maker Gilead Sciences Incorporation as the company races to deploy a treatment for the COVID-19 virus. Tehran tried to increase chlorine levels in the water flowing to residential areas during April's cyber attack against Israel water systems, that hundreds of people would have been at risk of getting sick and that the attack was close to being successful. In May, new agencies reported that British institutions fighting COVID-19 was subject to cyber attacks traced back to Russia and Iran. The hackers targeted UK universities attempting to produce vaccines and testing kits, as well as scientists and doctors studying the virus. In September, news agencies released that Russian, Chinese, and Iranian hackers have ramped up cyber attacks against hundreds of organizations and people involved in the United States 2020 presidential election, as well as the cyber attacks move targeted United States-European policy debates. Hackers working for Russia, China, and Iran have recently escalated their attacks around the United States presidential race, with targets including the campaigns of both President Donald Trump and Joe Biden, Microsoft said Thursday. The trio has mounted malicious acts against the United States as election date looms. The warning is the most expensive public warning to date about the rapid spread of foreign governments' efforts to wield hackers to undermine United States democracy, according to the reports.